You know that one family member who always seems to have a crisis?
Yeah.
That's my brother, Jake. If there's chaos, he's in the middle of it. If there's money involved, somehow, I'm the one who ends up footing the bill. But this time, I said no. And apparently, that makes me the villain of the family. See, last month Jake called me, voice shaking, saying, "Bro, I'm gonna be evicted if I don't come up with $1,200 by Friday." Now normally, I'd feel bad. But here's the thing, Jake had just spent the weekend in Vegas. Posting pictures. Bottles. Buffet. A freaking pool party. So I told him, "Man, I can't keep bailing you out. You gotta handle your stuff." He lost it. He said I was heartless. He said, family's supposed to help family. Now our mom's mad at me, my phone won't stop blowing up, and somehow I'm the bad guy. For not paying the rent of a grown man who gambled his money away. So now I'm sitting here wondering, am I really the jerk for finally saying no? Okay, let's rewind. Jake and I grew up pretty close. He's my younger brother by 2 years, and honestly, I used to look out for him a lot. We didn't have an easy childhood, Dad wasn't around much, and Mom worked double shifts. So I became the responsible one. Jake. Not so much. He was the fun one, the rule breaker, the I'll figure it out later type. Which was fine when we were kids, until that turned into a pattern as adults. After college, I landed a decent IT job. Jake bounced between gigs, delivery driver, bartender, part-time musician. He'd get money, spend it fast, and when things went wrong, guess who got the call?
Me.
And like a good brother, I always helped. Rent, car repairs, emergencies. I must have loaned him thousands over the years, not that I've seen any of it back. The breaking point came last month. Jake had just gotten a new apartment with his girlfriend, Mia. Nice place, downtown, way more than I'd ever pay. I even warned him, "Dude, that rent is steep. Are you sure you can handle it?" He laughed and said, "Relax, man. Mia and I are splitting it. Plus, I'm gonna get a promotion soon." Spoiler, the promotion never came. 2 months later, he calls me sounding frantic. "Bro, my rent's due Friday and I'm short. I just need $1,200. I'll pay you back next paycheck." Now, I just seen his Instagram stories from Vegas literally 3 days earlier. Him and his friends at a rooftop bar, gambling selfies, the works. So I asked, "What happened to your Vegas winnings?" He goes silent. Then says, "Dude, don't guilt trip me right now, I'm stressed out." That's when something in me snapped. I'd been doing this dance for years, saving him from his own bad decisions. So I told him calmly, "Jake, I love you, but I'm not your ATM. You knew rent was coming. You chose Vegas instead." He exploded. Started yelling that I was rich, that I wouldn't even miss the money, that family should have each other's backs. I told him, family also doesn't take advantage of family. Click. He hung up. Didn't talk to me for 2 days. Then Mom calls. "Why didn't you help your brother? He's being evicted." I told her everything, the Vegas trip, the constant borrowing, the broken promises. She sighs and says, "I know Jake's not perfect, but he's still your brother. You could have helped this once." That line infuriated me. This once. Try the past 5 years. But I stayed calm and said, "Mom, if I keep rescuing him, he'll never learn. He's 28. He has to face consequences." She didn't like that answer. Said I was being cold. Later that week, Jake texted me, "Don't bother showing up to family dinner this Sunday. I don't want to see your face."
Ouch.
I'll admit, it stung. I hated being the bad guy. But I also knew I was right. Fast forward a few days, Jake got an eviction notice. He and Mia had to move back in with Mom temporarily. She's been complaining about him eating all the groceries and playing Xbox all day. Mia left him 2 weeks later. Now Jake's saying I ruined his life because I let him get evicted. Apparently, I'm the reason his relationship ended, not his decisions, not Vegas, not the lack of responsibility.
Me.
Even my aunt chimed in on Facebook saying I should have been there for family. Like, sure, let's all gang up on the one person who's actually been paying his own bills. What really hurts, though, is that Jake still doesn't get it. He keeps posting loyalty money quotes on Instagram, subtweeting me like we're in high school again. A few days ago, Mom tried to mediate. She said, "Why don't you just talk it out with him?" I agreed. I figured maybe time had cooled things down. We met at a diner, neutral ground. He showed up 20 minutes late, sunglasses on, acting like he was doing me a favor. First thing he says, "So, are you finally ready to apologize?" I almost laughed. Apologize? For what? Not paying your rent? He slammed his cup down. For letting your own brother get kicked out, man. You don't turn your back on blood. I said, "Jake, I didn't turn my back. I'm just done enabling you. You need to grow up." He scoffed, muttered something about me being a corporate robot, and walked out. So here I am, wondering if I really am the jerk. I could have helped him, I had the money. But where does it stop? Do I pay his rent again next month? Do I fund his next vacation, too? Sometimes it feels like being the responsible one is more of a punishment than anything. It's been a few weeks since that diner conversation. Jake still isn't talking to me. Mom softened a bit. She admits he's been difficult to live with. Apparently, he finally started applying for jobs again after Mia left. So maybe this was the wake-up call he needed. Part of me feels guilty, though. I won't lie. There's this voice in my head that says, "He's your brother. You could have saved him from all this mess." But then I think, I did save him, over and over. And every time I did, it only delayed his lesson. I remember once when we were kids, he broke Mom's favorite vase. He begged me to take the blame because I was the good kid. And I did. I got grounded for 2 weeks. He promised to make it up to me someday. He never did. So maybe this was my line in the sand. The moment I decided I wasn't going to take the blame for his broken vase anymore, or in this case, his broken bank account. Still, it sucks feeling like the bad guy. Because family drama has this way of making you question your own sanity. Was I too harsh? Could I have helped just this once? Would things have turned out differently? Maybe. Maybe not. But here's what I do know. Sometimes loving someone means letting them fall. Not because you want to see them fail, but because they'll never stand up if you keep holding them up. So no, I'm not the villain for not paying his rent. I'm just tired of being his safety net. And honestly, I think that's fair. What do you think? Was I wrong to let him face the consequences, or was it finally time for some tough love? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more real-life Reddit stories that'll have you saying, "Oh man, I've been there."